A certain man had 2 sons. He was a man of great wealth and even greater love, a father whose doors were always open and whose heart held room enough for both. One day, the younger son came before his father with a request that cut like a blade.
"Father, give me my share of the estate, the portion that falls to me."
The father said nothing. He looked upon his son with sorrow and divided his property between them. Not long after, the younger son gathered all he had and set off for a distant country. There he squandered his wealth in wild and reckless living, feasting at rich tables, surrounded by false friends, spending freely as though the gold would never run dry. But it did. A severe famine struck that land, and the son who once had everything now had nothing. He was forced to hire himself out to a farmer, feeding pigs in a muddy field. He longed to fill his stomach with the scraps the pigs were eating, but no one gave him anything, and in that dark and desperate place, something stirred within him.
How many of my father's servants have food to spare? And here I am, starving to death.
He rose from the mud, his heart heavy with shame, but lit by a fragile hope.
I will go back to my father, and I will say to him, "Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son."
So he got up and began the long walk home. His robes were torn, his feet were bare, and every step carried the weight of his regret. But still, he walked. But while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and was filled with compassion. He ran to his son, not walked, ran. He threw his arms around him and kissed him.
"Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son."
But the father would hear none of it.
Quick, bring the best robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. Kill the fattened calf. Let us have a feast and celebrate.
For this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found. But not everyone rejoiced. The elder son, who had labored faithfully for years, stood outside the feast, his face dark with anger.
"All these years I have served you, and never once disobeyed. Yet you never gave me even a young goat to celebrate with my friends. But when this son of yours comes back, having devoured your wealth, you kill the fattened calf for him?"
The father stepped outside and laid a gentle hand on his elder son's shoulder.
My son, you are always with me, and everything I have is yours. But we had to celebrate and be glad, because this brother of yours was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found.
And so the feast continued. The music, the laughter, and the mercy of a father's love